Hi guys, I'm Michael Simon and I am grilling with Knob Creek. Now in the fall, I love to get out there on the grill and I love to grill ribeye steaks. They're my favorite. They have good fat, great flavor, but they're still tender. Sometimes I like to mix it up a little bit, so I'm gonna do a smoked barbecued ribeye here, and I'm gonna make it with some of that Knob Creek that's been aged 9 years. It's been charred in those American oak barrels, and that's what gives it the full flavor that's gonna make our barbecue sauce so special. So the first thing I do is just a splash of oil in the bottom of my pan. I'm gonna turn my heat up here to about medium high, and then I'm gonna start adding my ingredients. We have chopped onion and some garlic. To that, I'm gonna add a pinch of salt. The reason I add the salt here is to pull the sweetness out of the garlic and the onions. We give that a stir. Some smoked paprika. It's gonna give the barbecue sauce a nice depth of flavor. A little bit of chili flake for some heat. Some tomato paste. When you add the tomato paste, you wanna let it cook out for a second till it gets almost like that deep, deep golden red. Kind of cooks out the flavor, brings out the sweetness. Like that. Some brown sugar. A little bit of molasses for that kind of deep smoky flavor. Again, that sweet with the spices, delicious. Your favorite brown mustard. Some sherry vinegar. Crushed tomatoes. We just give this a stir. And now I add a little bit of my Knob Creek. And we're just gonna let this cook down by about 2/3 to really kind of develop those flavors. Just like that. Okay, now I'm gonna make my dry rub. It's a mixture of kosher salt, a little bit of cracked black pepper, sugar, coriander, and smoked paprika. And we mix this up, and what I like to do is I put it on the steak the night before. So over here, I have my grill set up on a low temperature, and we're doing an indirect smoke here. So we set the charcoals on one side, we leave one side wide open. I put some smoked apple wood chips down on with the charcoal, and it lets that smoke kind of build up. So we place the steaks on the cool side of the grill. I cover them up and I let them smoke for about 15 minutes. It's really gonna impart that flavor. Then on our hot side of the grill, we grab a little bit of our barbecue sauce. We liberally apply it to the top of the steak. Give the steak that good flip. And this is gonna give it the char that we're looking for. Barbecue both sides. Now the reason I put this cure on, that kind of overnight rub, and the barbecue is because, just like Knob Creek, it helps it absorb that flavor. Knob Creek, they age the bourbon for 9 years. The summer and the winters, that's what gives it that really special flavor. We're doing the same thing with our steaks. Once these have been kind of charred, I pull them off the grill, and before I cut them up, you want to let that steak rest. And the reason that we let a steak rest is so the juices go back in. If you pull it off and serve it right away, juices are gonna end up all over your plate. You pull it off, you grab out your plate. After about 4 or 5 minutes, those juices have redistributed. Steak is ready to eat. Your friends are gonna love it. I promise you it's gonna be delicious. If you're a big fan and want more of all things bourbon, visit knobcreek.com or join the original Brothers of Bourbon for exclusive content.